What is up, Stick Mobility Instagram? It's Coach Jesse Grund coming to you from Orlando, Florida, getting ready to go through our Dumbbell and Stick class. So you are going to need the stick bundle. That bundle is 2 longs and a short. You are going to need a couple of dumbbells, relatively heavy. So if we're looking at RPE, we want to be working right around a 7 and an 8 for all the movements. If you don't know what RPE is, it just means rate of perceived exertion. So you can use a scale 1 to 10. You can use scale 1 to 12, there's 1 to 20 if you want to get a little bit more detail. We're just focusing on a scale of 1 to 10 today, and I want you right around a 7 and an 8 for the movements. Everything's going to be interval training except for our warm-up. I'm going to lead you through some joint articulations, and then we'll get into what I call the Stick Big 4, and then we'll go right into a full body workout today. Okay, we are going to be doing some knee dominant work, hip dominant work. We're going to be doing horizontal pulling and horizontal pushing as we go through this, and everything is going to be interval style. I'll be dictating those intervals as we go. So if you are just joining me, I say there's about 20 of you here. If you can, just give me a thumbs up. That would be great. Let me know that you can hear me and that everything is coming through clear. Oh, other thing you will need, besides your 2 longs, your shorts, your dumbbells, a wedge of some sort to be able to elevate your heels, or just a plate to elevate your heels on. And a mat for the ground, because we will be doing some isometrics on the ground as we go through this today as well. So be ready. This is going to be a sweaty one. I'm seeing some hearts, and thank you for that thumbs up, Mr. J. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good. So let's go through our joint articulations. So let's pick up. We got 2 longs to pick up here. Now, if you have trained with me before, I've been teaching for almost a year now. But if you have trained with me before, you know I always start with joint articulation. So we are going to do all your joints. We are going to use the sticks as feedback tools here. Now I've got 2 longs. These are my 7s, okay? I'm in this weird in-between where some exercise is great for 7s, some exercise is great for 6. Whatever you got, use it. In this case, I'm just going to stay consistent and stay with the 7s throughout the whole workout. So we are going to start with our joint articulations. We're going to start with the neck, get into our scap, our elbows, our wrists, knees, hips, ankles, and spine as we go through this. And just a couple of them in each direction just to get our joints working properly so they can send the right signals to all the tissue around it. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our cars. So gently pushing down, forward, chin to the right side of your chest, ear to shoulder, chin to ceiling, ear to shoulder, chin to chest. One more time that direction. Around, up and over, back. Now, I get this question a lot. How do the sticks help? Let's go in the other direction now. I'm pushing down, which is going to create more radiation in my body. That extra radiation that I feel will help me be able to keep tension everywhere so that I'm not moving anything other than my neck right now, because that's all we should be working. All the way around, last time around. We're going to move into your scapula next. So we're going to hold down the sticks. Scapula is all the stuff on the back side of the shoulder. So here we go. So forward, up, back and down. Pushing down the sticks, forward, up, back and down. And then we go the other direction. Back up, forward and down. Back up, forward and down. Good. We're going to take the sticks, just hold them in the left hand. We're going to work the right shoulder car. So again, I want to focus on the shoulder itself. What I'm not trying to work here is I'm not trying to add the scapula to it. So externally rotate that right shoulder, turn the hand so it's facing me, come up and across the body, up, welcome, 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 thanks for joining, rotation and back, and then we're going to go the other direction. If you don't have 2 dumbbells today, you can use kettlebells for this. You can just use a couple of things that you find weighted around your house. But we are specifically doing this workout with dumbbells. Hopefully you have some, or if you're joining us from a gym, you're watching this on recording, well, awesome news, you can do this with some dumbbells. Pushing down, sticks in the right hand, working the left side, up and across, up over the head, scap down, internally rotate that shoulder, reach back, coming around the other way, back across one more time, up, around and back, around, back and down. Good job. We're going to take the sticks, put them down for now. We will come right back to them. We're going to do elbows and we are going to do wrists. So your elbow rotates. We want to make sure it can rotate properly. So flexion, rotation, extension. Like I'm extending on a bicep curl, but I'm trying to turn the fists out. Turn it in, flex them like I'm trying to do the best bicep curl in my life. Out, extend, in, flex. Now let's go the other direction. So keep it turned in, extend, turn out from the elbow, flex. In, extend, out, and flex. Good, let's do the wrists. So palms up, fingertips towards each other, down, out, and up, in, down, out, and up. Remember, we're not moving our forearm here. We're specifically moving just the wrist itself. Okay, so we shouldn't feel this happen because that's my elbow. We just worked that. Instead, I just want to find the wrist. Okay, you're going to take one stick, you're going to hold it right across, take your long, put it between the crux of your elbows here, almost like a Zercher squat. If you've ever done a Zercher squat before, so we're going to hold in the crux of the elbows. Okay, pull those shoulders down and back out of the ears, and we're going to start rounding through the spine forward as far as you can get. Rotate to the left, extend and lean to the left. Big extension all the way around to the right. Lean and rotate into the right and come down in front. One more time that direction. Squeezing that stick with your biceps. A lot more comfortable to squeeze this and pull it apart than it would be a dowel, PVC pipe, broomstick. Other direction. Right. Extend. Big spine. Left. Rotation. Flexion all the way around. One more. All the way right. Extend. Back. Big extension. Around left. Down and in. Good. Back to your two bigs. Finish with the hip, the knee, and the ankle. So, right foot across the left. Start to bring that right foot up towards your face, pushing down the sticks 30%. Bring the leg out to the side without turning the other side. Rotate and wrap that hip back around you. Externally rotate, bring it around. In front. Now, before we go into our next rep, I want a circle of the ankle in each direction. And then I want you to rotate your leg, flex and extend from that knee. One more time. Up, out, around and back, around, in and down, knee up, give me ankle one direction, ankle the other direction, rotate your tibia, extend, rotate your tibia, extend. Let's finish these cars, left side, across, up, around, in and back, around, in, down, tap, knee up, ankle one direction, ankle the other direction, turn, extend, flexed, in, extend, flex. Last one. Hip car, rolling only that hip, pushing down to the sticks, up, ankle one direction, ankle the other, turning just at the knee, flex, extend, turning just at the knee, flex, extend. Good, let's go through the stick big four now, let's stretch. So I want the stick in the right hand, long stick, outside the right hip. We are going to go through our bow and arrow. So let's go thumbs down grip. You will see these today during our workout. So push the hip away, extend the arms nice and big, and swoop out. We're continuing to push and pull apart on the stick to just about 30%. Thumbs up grip, push the hip away, extend, and slowly come out. Good. And then rooftop grip with the hand, big bow, and big swoop. Good, let's go to the other side. Stick in the left hand, outside the left hip. Thumbs down grip. Working into that bow. Swoop out. I never want to come out of the stretch the same way that I go into it. So I'm focusing on trying to lengthen the tissue. Thumbs up bow. Hip goes to the side. Swoop it around. Last one. Rooftop. Hip right, arms left. And swoop. Good job. Let's take the stick. Let's bring it behind us. So there'll be some rotating of the stick today. We want to make sure we know how to do that. So from here, shoulders out of ears, arms nice and wide, 30% pull apart on the stick, and just give me some upper body rotation without the hips moving. Right and left. left and right, right and left. Should feel that chest opening a little bit. Left and right. Good. We're going to hinge and rotate now. So hinge, bring the right stick across, push it into the ground, try to pull the left stick to the ceiling and look over that left shoulder. Come down, switch. Left stick down, push into the left hand, pull and look over that shoulder. Back down, come up, tuck the tailbone, reset. Let's go in and do that again. Let me pull apart, hinge, right stick across, push, pull, switch, push, pull, center, come up. Last one, hinge and rotate before we get into our slap shot. And then our ninja. Hinge, rotate, push the right, pull the left, push the left, pull the right, center, and come up. Good, let's get into slap shot next. Okay, so our slap shot is the hinge and rotate, but we are going to do it from a nice wide foot position and add a lateral lunge to this. So, stick goes behind me, hinge at the hips, same way we just did, soft knees, bring the right stick across and in front of you. And then what you're going to do is laterally lunge to the right side. Push the bottom stick, pull the top one. Center, let's do the same thing other side. Left stick across, push the left, pull the right. Center, and slowly come up, shake it out. Let's go back in there again. Hinge, right stick across, lateral lunge right, push right, pull left. Left stick across, push left, pull right. Get a lot of bang for your buck in that one. One more, and then we'll finish with a ninja on each side. Right stick across, push down, pull. Left stick across, push down, and pull. Stay wide, and let's finish with ninja. So, we are just going to do one great ninja on each side. Now, ninja is difficult, and it requires a lot of mobility. If you've seen the logo for my studio, Unconventional Strength, you actually see that's me doing the ninja. Great movement, encourages overall mobility, thoracic spine, we're getting into the hips, we're getting to spiral lines, we're getting to a bunch of places. So what we're going to do is we're going to lateral lunge to the right with a big monkey hang stance. Going to open hand grab the left stick, and then from there we're going to laterally lunge to the left as deep as we can get. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and shift back. Slowly come up, and let's shift to the other side. Stick in the left hand, monkey hang, nice and long. Open hand grab, and we're gonna laterally lunge to the right. Open up the chest to the ceiling, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Nice work. All right, so we're going to start transitioning into our intervals today. Now, as we're working through this, everything we're going to be doing is going to be in supersets. So if you're familiar with what a superset is, we're going to take one exercise. We're going to add a secondary exercise on top of that. That secondary exercise, in this case, is going to build a complex. We're basically going to take something that we're doing and just make it a little bit harder. So everything we do is going to be dumbbell for intervals, rest time, and then transition into our whatever our stick movement is going to be to superset with it. We've got a knee dominant set that we're going to do 2 sets of. We've got a hip dominant set we're going to do 2 sets of. We're going to do a pulling set, 2 sets. That includes some unilateral work in there. And then a pushing set. When we get to the pushing set, we're combining stick and dumbbell together, okay? And then at the end, we've got a little bicep finisher that we'll do from a tall kneeling position. So for this first one, you're going to need whatever wedge that you have, okay, or the ability to elevate your heels. And then you're also going to need your 2 dumbbells, and then you're going to need 1 long stick. So 2 movements we're going to do our wedged front squat. So we're going to be holding the dumbbells in a front rack position, heels elevated, trying to get as much knee flexion as I can on the way up and the way down. And then from there, we're going to get into our split squat bow and arrow. So we did bows. So we're going to take the stick, bring it down on the left side. We'll get into our split squat stance, grab that top, and then pull in and hold while holding that split squat position. We'll do 20 seconds there, and then we'll get about 15 seconds of transition time, get set on the other side. All of our intervals today, work ones are going to be 20 seconds. Any transition side to side is 15. Any rest time is going to be 40 as we go through this. So a couple things. One, if it hurts, don't do it. Two, pick loads that you can move through for the entirety of the 20 seconds and you're not going to fail super early. Okay? And three, because we're working at this higher rate of exertion, feeling like it's a little heavier, 70, 80%, during the 20 seconds, if you're only getting in, 6 to 8 reps, that's totally okay. This is very strength-based in what we're going to be doing today. So, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try and get to them as we're going through this. You're screen shared onto a TV right now, so you're bigger so I can see you, as opposed to being on here. We're going to go through this first one twice. We'll have this same 2-minute of transition time. Great time to get water, great time for us to talk about what we're doing next, and then we get right into the next one. So we're going to go through this. We've got about 20 sets exercises today. So let's get your 2 heavier dumbbells, heels elevated on the wedge. Remember, core nice and tight, body should be nice and warm. Front rack position, 3, 2, 1, and let's get front squats. All the way down, all the way up. Front rack position with the dumbbells. Core is nice and tight. We're just elevating the heels so we can focus really on those quad, that VMO work. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take the dumbbells, put them to the side. We're going to just move the wedge to the side for now. We're going to get set for that split squat. So we're going to start with left leg forward, right leg back. You'll get into your split squat stance, push into your bow. The closer this bow is, the harder this is. We're going to hold for 20 full seconds. So split squat stance. Right hand thumbs down. Left hand right in the center. Sink in. And push the bow and hold. Feel most of that weight in that left leg. Pushing the hip to the right. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. 15 seconds transition time to the other side. Right foot forward. Left leg back. Stick in line with the hip. Thumbs down grip. Sink in. 3, 2, 1. And push into that bow and hold. 15 more seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Good. Set 1 is done. 40 seconds of rest. Moving into set 2. Still working those dumbbells, still working that front squat. And don't worry, if you try this workout on your own, feel like it's a little too light, you can tear through these front squats, go get something heavier the next time you do this. It's totally okay. Fitness is a long-term journey. You're not just going to do this workout once, or at least you shouldn't. You should see if you get better at it. 5 seconds, we got wedge. Front squat. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Moving the wedge out of the way. We got our split squat bow. Go left leg forward, right leg back. And we're trying to get into that nice deep split squat position, and then bow into it. We want the stick in line with the hip, not in front. We want it directly in line. 10 seconds. So let's sink into that split squat and bow and pull apart on that stick at about 30% and hold. 20 seconds. 15 more seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep out. Good. Let's go to the other side. Right hand in the center. Left leg back. Gonna sink into that split squat stance. Sink in deep. And bow. Pull apart on those hands. 30%, holding for 20 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. Good. Knee dominant, block C, all done. Now, we're going to get into block D. We're going to need your 2 longs still. And we're going to need your 2 dumbbells. Now, hip dominant work, we're going to do a rotational deadlift. Now, typically deadlift from the top down, hands to the sides, big long hip, come back up again. Whether we like it or not, that's not what life is like. There are going to be times where I have to have the capacity to do that task in different positions. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate towards the hip, and we're going to work down and up with a little rotational deadlift. And then we're going to rotate to the other side, do the same thing. And we're alternating back and forth while trying to load that hip as we go through. So we're going to do that for 20 seconds. Braced core, great lats, good hinge. So it's one side, up, other side, up. Then we're going to do stick airplane. Airplane is a single leg movement. So it's a single leg hinge. So double stick pushing down, open up, and then we're going to hold that open position for 20 seconds, transition 15, other side, sticks at 10 and 2, open up and hold. We'll then rest for 40 seconds, and then we'll repeat the whole thing again. So again, one more time, rotational deadlift. We're going to the right, and then coming up, going to the left, and then coming up, and then we're going to do airplane on one side, and then airplane on the other side. We're going to rock through this twice, and we'll technically be done with your legs. I say technically because when we get into the third block, the E block, you're actually going to see some stepping, but it's not necessarily a leg workout. So let's grab those dumbbells, stand up tall, strong, and straight, feet right underneath your hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate one side, rotate other. Stay center, rotating that torso. Feel like you load one hip a little bit more than the other. Keep rotating, keep hinging. We got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I want to even it out, so I'm going to finish that rep just like that. Good job. Alrighty. 2 longs for airplane. Airplane is more difficult than it looks. So we got sticks at 10 and 2. We're going to start with the right leg down. We're going to get into our best single leg hinge, and then we're going to rotate. 20 seconds. So right foot in between the sticks. Left knee starts in split hip. Pushing down on the sticks, just give me about 40% push. Initiate your single leg hinge right now. Good. Now start to rotate that hip to the left and push harder, and we're holding here for 20 seconds. Keep pushing, keep holding. Opening left, pushing 40-50% in the sticks. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Down switch. Right knee comes up. Pushing 30%. Initiate your single leg hinge. Rotation to the right side now. And push 40-50% in the sticks. Hold. Trying to open that hip up. Hold. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Hold in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center and come down. Good. Round 1 done. Gonna get into round 2 next. Back to your dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells with you, do this same motion. Just create some intention and work on this motion itself. We may not load it, we may not be able to build lean muscle mass, but you'll get some mental connection to the movement, and that's good. That's a starting place. So we're back to do dumbbells. Shoulders down and back, out of your ears. Rotational bilateral deadlift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go right, up, left, up, right. Squeeze that glute at the top. Left, comes across, back and forth. 3, 2, 1. I want to even it out, so I'm going to go one more rep over that time. Good, dumbbells down. Finishing the stick block. We're going to work that airplane. Try to keep as much of your breathing as you can nasal as you're going through this as well. Try to keep it out of your mouth. I have to open my mouth so I can talk to you guys, but if you're doing this on your own, try to keep everything nasal breathing. So here we go. Right foot down, left knee up, pushing down the sticks, single leg hinge, pushing at 30, opening up the hips, optional progression here, 2, 1, push at 60% into the sticks. A lot harder, there's a lot more body tension here. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close it up, come up. Good job. Let's work to that left side, same thing. Optional progression here. Right knee up, sticks at 10 and 2. Long hips. Open the hip to the right. 60% push. Keep pushing, keep holding. Keep pushing, keep holding. Fight for more. 15 seconds. Don't rotate in your back. Rotate in that left hip. Left hip is externally rotating. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. Good. All right. Lower body is technically done. So for this next block, you're going to need both of your dumbbells and you're going to need one stick. So remember I said your lower body is technically done. Well, we are going to hinge here and we are going to step. So your lower body is going to do a little. I always like there not to be a dead stop if I'm doing a full body workout, but an exercise that kind of combines the two. So what we're going to be doing is a step row. So we're going to start in that offset, that kickstand stance. We're going to hinge over that leg. The outside arm is going to row. And then I'm going to switch. Outside arm rows, switch. Outside arm rows, switch. And I'm going to keep that core nice and tight as I'm going through that. If you need to come up in between because your low back's weak, that's totally fine. That is a regression, so I'm here. Row, come up, switch, make sure you're set. Then we are going to do what's called a continuous tension bow. Single armed here. So this is one of my own kind of creations. So we're going to go right arm down. We'll step across the left leg. We're going to push into a bow, and then we're going to work back and forth while we're doing that pushing into the stick. So when I say continuous tension, we're never going so far forward that we lose it. So we're always stepped over and pushing and keeping that tension continuous in that lat and that shoulder stuff. And we're going to be pushing and listen for the percentages as we go through. So we'll do the right side, and then we'll do the left side. We're going to go 2 times through that. And this could be our E block, we got our F block, and finisher left. Or as my football players like to call it, the exit ticket. It just means you got to earn your way out. So we got that step row with our dumbbells. From that kickstand stance, remember always outside arm is rowing. So right foot back, single leg hinge, 2, 1, outside arm rows, switch. Back and forth. Nice strong core here, strong lower back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Nice job. Good. Continuous tension, single arm bow. We got our long stick. Gonna start with it outside the left hip. We're gonna step over, and then that arm is going to be pushing down, and we're gonna work continuous tension through that bow with a single arm. Left arm. Not doing anything here. If we need to, we can kind of brush into it if we need to, but I want the right arm to pretty much do all the work. So left across, push the hip away, extend the arm, feel that bow and arrow. Good, 3, 2, 1, 60% push, never lose the tension. Keep pushing that hip away, keep pushing down about 60% of that stick. 10 seconds. Kind of squeeze it back more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Let's come up, let's go to the other side, same thing. Right foot steps across, left arm comes down. Again, if you need to, you can kind of brush to push to get the extension, but we want the left arm to really do the work here. 2, 1, and let's work that continuous tension set here, pushing the hip away, pushing down the stick at the same time. Keep pushing that left hip away, don't hinge at the hip. Feel like you're pushing to the side only. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. One set through. One to go. We're back to our alternating step row. Strong lower back, strong core as we're going through this. Need your 2 dumbbells again. We're going to start with that left leg forward. If you were uneven after the last round, start with the opposite side that you didn't finish. So remember, strong low back, stepping those feet underneath you. So left leg forward, right foot back, good hinge. Right arm comes to center, 3, 2, 1. Let's go left pulse, switch. Right pulse, switch. Left pulse, strong core. Right pulse. Left pulse. Right pulse. Keep working through. Left pulse, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Nice work. Low backs need to be strong too, guys. In the United States alone, 80% of Americans have low back pain. Part of it's a lack of mobility. Part of it is a lack of strength. So we want to make sure that we can strengthen those things. So stick's going to start outside left hip. We're going to step across with the left leg, drive the hip to the right, open all this stuff up. 15 seconds to our continuous tension, single arm bow. Step across, left leg steps across, right arm grabs, left hand hugs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuous tension back and forth. 70% this time. Really push into the stick. QL, that whole lateral line, into that lat, into that overhead position. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Whew. Let's go the other side. Right foot steps across, left arm down, hug or brush, whatever you need to do. Remember, the closer this is, the harder this is. So push into that bow, and let's work that continuous tension set, finishing our upper body pull. Pull it back, open up, close it up. Open up, close it up. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, good. All right, so we're gonna be heading to the ground now. You're gonna need your long, your short, and then you're gonna need one of your heavy dumbbells. So what we're gonna be doing down here is an ISO dead bug press. I love these. We're gonna work right arm for 20 seconds. We're gonna have 15 seconds transition time. We're gonna work left arm for 20 seconds. Then we're gonna do the same thing with our snake reach. Right side for 20, left side for 20. So when you're on your back, first thing you're gonna wanna do is take your dumbbell, get into your rack position, and then we're gonna take the short stick, take the same side knee, push opposite side arm. And then from here, I'm pushing the stick and the arm together, and I'm going to work a dead bug press on the other side. We're gonna work 20 seconds on one side, 20 on the other. Then we'll come up into a half kneeling position. If you want to, grab your little mat for this one. And we'll do snake reach. Snake reach, stick goes inside, slide through, reach, tilt, and grab. Same thing here, we're gonna work continuous tension, open and closing the chest, pulling apart on the stick at the same time. We'll do the right side for 20, left side for 20. We're gonna repeat that whole thing twice. So this is a longer circuit getting into our finish. We are almost there though. The end is in sight. We got about 10 more minutes of work left today. All right, so here we go. On your back, let's go. Dumbbell in the left hand, knees up. Left knee on stick, right arm pushing stick. Okay? You can either drop this hip as you press, or you can extend the leg. Either is fine. We're going to be working here for 20 seconds before a 15-second transition. Here we go. Create your tension. Let's go about 60% here. 3, 2, 1, and let's work. This is a lot harder than it looks. Keep that low back on the ground. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's transition to the other side. Dumbbell into the right hand. Stick into the left hand. Right knee pushing. The left leg is up. Pushing at 70%. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I don't care if you straighten the leg or if you just lower from the hip. Either is fine. You'll see me doing both. That's just so you can see what both look like. One. Good. And down. All right. Moving into snake reach. Continuous tension snake reach. So we got long stick. Right knee, half kneeling. Stick inside the left thigh. Take your right hand and just bring it right above your head for now. Take the left hand, slide it through as if you're trying to shake somebody's hand. And then wrap it around the bottom. From here, my dumbbell in the way. From here, I'm going to make sure I slide this hand up, create my tension, lean to the ceiling, and now I want you to scan the bottom. Keep the tension. Pulling apart at the top. Keep pulling, 60% pull. Rotating, getting into that serratus stuff. Some of that front line. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, good. Let's go to the other side. Left knee down, stick inside the right thigh. Left hand right above the head. Wrap it around, grab. Slide it up. 3, 2, 1 to the ceiling and pull that top arm to the ceiling. 60%. We got 10 more seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Good, and out of that, one more round through that. And then I've got quite the fun finisher for us today. So we're going to be on the back. Whichever side you want to start on. We just did a bunch of other stuff in between, so it's had both sides have had plenty of rest on here. Okay, so I'm going to start with it. Stick in my left hand, pushing into my right knee, and I'm going to press with the right side. So push, 70%, keep that low back down. 2, 1, let's go. Working those anterior oblique slings. That arm line. Oh, a lot of stuff going on in that one motion. Left arm's got the dumbbell. In my case, right hand's got the stick. Left knee pushing into the stick. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Again, keep that low back down. You'll see some extension. Some just extension of the hip, and then extension of the hip and extension of the knee. 70% push. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Whew. We're done with those heavy air dumbbells. We will come back to the small stick for our finish. Let's get into snake. Right knee is going to go down. Left leg is forward. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this workout so far. There's only a few of you left in here. But thumbs up if you have. So left leg forward. Slide it through, or right hand right above the head. Slide the left arm through. Wrap the bottom. Slide to the top. Tilt. Pull apart on that stick. And our working set starts in 3, 2, 1, and scan that stretch. Continuous tension, pulling apart as you do that. Got 10 more seconds. Keep pulling. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Out. Other side. Last one of our 20-second intervals today. Left hand right above the head. Wrap that right arm side. Left arm, thumbs up grip. Tilt. Pull at 70. Scan. Scan. Continuous tension. Pulling apart on that stick. Keep pulling. 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Listen, we got one more thing to do. Woo. All right, so you're gonna need the one lighter dumbbell that I told you to grab. Okay, just to give you some reference, I'm gonna be using a 20-pound dumbbell. What we are going to do is we're going to do a tall kneeling, continuous tension hammer curl. It's elbow flexion. And we're going to start at the highest amount that we can get without adding shoulder flexion. When we do this, we're gonna work for a minute. We're going to be pushing down on the stick right here. And I want you to play in different ranges and maintain tension and never go to full extension. So you can play down here, you can play down here, you can play down here. 4-foot stick, tall kneeling, pushing down in the stick at the same time. That's going to create more irradiation and more tension as you do this. And the goal here is to last the minute. What we don't want to do is we don't want to be static. We want to just play in different zones of elbow flexion, which is going to play with that bicep a little differently. We'll have a little bit of transition time, not much. Switch arms, switch sides, and go to it. We're in tall kneeling position. Your toes can be tucked, your toes can be pointed. I like toes tucked because then I can squeeze my glutes a little better than I can with toes pointed, but it's not as important. That's on you. Do not add the shoulder here. So don't flex the shoulder to be a bicep. Make your elbow and your bicep be a bicep. Don't add anything else. A minute is a long time, guys. So understand, once we do this, if you fail before a minute, I get it. But the goal is to last the whole minute and to just suffer through it. Okay? But this is our continuous tension, hammer curl from tall kneeling. We're going to be pushing with the 4-foot stick just to create some extra radiation in the body. I'm going to start with my left hand. So right arm pushing down, tuck the tailbone, squeeze, top, and now start working through different zones of tension with elbow flexion. Pushing down in the stick at the same time. If this doesn't look like it sucks a lot. We're only 15 seconds in, and my bicep is on fire. Don't let that shoulder add anything. Keep just working that elbow flexion, different zones. Never going to full extension, so we're never losing tension in the bicep, but try and play to extension here. Start playing from the bottom, almost to the top, back to almost the bottom, back to almost the top. We got 16 more seconds of play right here. Keep that shoulder out of that ear, pushing down, stick in the other hand. 10 seconds here. 8 seconds, keep pushing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you lasted. We only got 15 seconds to transition to the other side, but this is the last thing we have to do today. Small stick, 4-foot stick in the left hand. Pushing down, tall kneeling position. Strong core, right elbow, as much flexion as you can get, and continuous tension set. Again, the weight was not supposed to be a failure. However, if you fail, I get it. You've never done these before. Play through different zones. Don't let the shoulder help. Make the elbow bend. We're 15 seconds in. That still means we have 75% to go. Keep that core nice and tight as you're going through this. 35 more seconds. Don't lose the tension. 30 seconds. Don't lose the elbow tension. Pushing down the stick at the same time. 25 seconds. Don't quit. Don't quit. 20 seconds. No quit. Stay strong. 17, 16, 15. Last 10. No full extension. No full flexion. Right there in the middle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And great work, everybody. Guys and girls, we are all done today. Now, hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you had dumbbells. If you're doing this on your own, hopefully you're able to jump in. Just to recap what we just did, we went through 6 minutes of cars, 6 minutes of stretching, and then right into our intervals. Each interval set was 20 seconds of work, about 40 seconds of rest. Sometimes a little longer if we were transitioning sides because we were focused on strength today. If you're working strength, you want to make your rest times a little longer. That's what the research says. The goal was to get stronger. We supersetted all our strength exercises with mobility exercises, and we went through, we did a knee dominant block, a hip dominant block, a pulling block, and a pushing block. And then we finished with some good old aesthetics, just some elbow flexion to make sure that elbow works great so that when we're pulling, when we're pushing, that we've got adequate elbow flexion as we work through that and getting that tissue to do what it's supposed to do. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Pillow to post, about 43 minutes of work, okay, with various rest times in between. It's a great workout to utilize the sticks and the dumbbells to get stronger, but also include your mobility at the same time. We should never be trying to get stronger at the expense of our mobility. We should be working them both in at the same time. Now I know there's about 15 people here. I'm not sure if you've been here the whole time. If you have any questions that are pertinent to the workout that we just went through, how sticks help, how to incorporate sticks and dumbbells, any of that stuff, I'm gonna open the floor up, give you guys a few minutes to ask any questions if you have any, and if not, then we will just tell you to have a wonderful Thursday. So does anybody have any questions? Any at all? 14 of y'all in here. Hopefully some of you stayed with the whole time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the workout, enjoyed what we just tried to do, which was just get the full body stronger and more mobile at the same time. If you're curious, I did have a clock running that wasn't all in my head. I use an app called Seconds to program a lot of my workouts. Shout out to them because you can put in intervals and customize intervals, and I really, really like to incorporate it for both my clients and myself for my own workouts. Does anybody have any questions at all? Perfect. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you jumping on today. Thank you so much. You can find me on Unconventional Strength. I'm based out of Orlando, Florida. I'm a strength and conditioning coach. I'm teaching in here every other month on Thursdays at 12 o'clock. There's a slew of other classes that you can take that you can go back in and look. A lot of different stuff addressing. A lot of people doing some really cool stuff this month. We're doing stuff with some kettlebells, doing stuff with body weight and animal flow. It's really, really cool. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Take care. Have a wonderful Thursday.